Good morning, everybody. Hey, welcome to Tuesday, December 15th. Hey, just a heads up, 10 days until Christmas. I hope you're done with all your Christmas shopping. Hey, yesterday did not quite start out. I mean, it started out the way we thought it was going to start out, but it did not end the same way that we thought it would end yesterday. So that will be some of our topic of discussion today when Dave gets on here in just a few minutes. But let me just remind you again how important it is to know how much risk you have in your current portfolio. And most folks I sit down with have no idea the amount of risk that they're sitting on within their portfolio, and it doesn't really match up with their current risk tolerance. So give me a call and let's schedule a financial x-ray here as we head into the end of the year. 863-382-0037, or you can go to my website, statlerfinancial.com, and there's a link there where you can schedule your own appointment. Hey, I'm looking forward to our conversation with Dave today as things look positive again this morning.
Morning, Dave. Here it's 21 before 9. Let's check in on money and see what's happening on Wall Street. It's one of those days where the big money guys can't figure out what's going on, so how do us normal people do it? Well, Phillip Statler's kind of in the same boat with us today because we can't figure out for sure what the heck's going on Wall Street. Phillip, good morning from Statler Financial Services. How are you today?
Hey, I'm doing well today, Dave. It's Tuesday, and we're really and truly, we can say we're at the very tail end of earnings season because there's nothing really coming out today.
Yeah, my news ticker this morning was basically just full of all the usual re-ratings and ratings, some going up, sometimes going down based upon the reports they had. But we're into that doldrum period right now, and I got a hunch most of what we're going to get is going to be doldrums, with the exception of the periodic government data dumps now until Christmas, I'd assume.
I'm guessing so. Christmas and Christmas Eve is going to be interesting if jobs numbers come out on those on that Thursday, or if things get pushed out even further. So, I mean, there's with the holiday season, things just really slow down and
really do. I was going to say, I heard a tidbit on the news that President Trump had declared Christmas Eve a federal employee holiday, so my bet is we won't even get that.
Yeah, it's I know we're closing our office for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, so give people a chance to stay home with their families and get last minute things done for Christmas. So.
Yeah, understood. Yeah, we do end up with a thing. We don't really know why it did what it did, but yesterday was a little bit of a sell-off on the two blue chip numbers. Anyway, Dow was down 185 points. S&P was down by about 16. NASDAQ eked out a 62-point gain, which eking sounds kind of weird when we're up in nosebleed level like this, but they were up. Near as I can figure, there really wasn't any one thing that triggered it. We might be seeing the beginning of that mutual fund balancing process that you were talking about yesterday on the air.
I guess that could be part of it, but I would suspect if that really starts happening, Dave, that it's the NASDAQ that's going to get hit harder than anybody, because those things, Apple, Google, all those stocks are extremely high compared to where they were before the quarter. So I'm thinking that if that starts to play in, that we'll see the NASDAQ take a hit just as well as everything else.
I expect you're probably right on that. And the blue chips, by and large, were lagging the other two indexes for most of the year anyway on the Dow. So I wouldn't expect the Dow possibly to get hit as hard as some of the other ones. So absolutely nothing really adds up all that much this morning. After an off day yesterday, we're looking at green ink this morning, and we're starting out with not really any good news this morning. The import price index federal government puts out showed an increase in our import prices, which, as we've said before, in a down economic time, anything that indicates increased demand is good news. So I guess that might be explainable. New York Business Manufacturing Index came out this morning. This isn't the full Empire State Index, but we did get the manufacturing component. It was off from 5.9 last month to 4.9 this month. Don't know what the market was expecting, but I don't think anybody's surprised by New York slowing down while the pandemic goes on.
Well, that's true. I mean, that Northeast is continually shut down their stuff before anybody else. except for maybe California. And so I think we're seeing that again, different states starting to shut down, and that's going to definitely affect manufacturing.
It almost certainly will. Virus updates and whatnot. We had it on the news all morning. First Pfizer doses were given in this state yesterday. Our central distribution point for this part of the state is Tampa General. We don't have any official word out of our hospitals here when we're going to get them, but the administrators have said could be happening before the end of the week, being able to get our frontline employees in the healthcare industry going. And then the good news we got yesterday is that the Moderna vaccine goes to the FDA for approval on Thursday with a possible approval on Friday, and we're slated to get 360-odd thousand cases of that in, and that'll be a nice dosage boost to be able to get to our frontline workers as well.
Oh, that's right. I mean, those are all good signs. So yesterday we had some news on the vaccine. I'm not sure, again, why it fell off, but hopefully that's not going to happen today, Dave, because we're kind of in the same boat, right? I mean, the futures are all nice and green and look pretty, and hopefully they can hold that way to the end of the day. That'll be key. You know, I did just find the U.S. Import Price Index. You know, it went up 0.1% in November. So I guess that was in line, basically, I think, with what everybody pretty much expected.
In line with the overall inflation numbers you and I had earlier this week. So I can't say it's a major surprise that would affect the market one way or the other, would it?
No, not really. And actually, I just pulled up the screen, and it's a slight under. They actually expected it to go up 0.3, and it only went up 0.1. So that, you know, from a pricing standpoint, as a consumer, that's probably good news.
Probably. We're looking at, like I said, kind of quiet. And yesterday, as near as we can figure, was one of those days where things are absent any news. Depending upon the market's mood, sometimes it's buy something, sometimes it's sell something. Yesterday, it looked like it might have been a nothing better to do, let's sell something day. 45 minutes before we open up this morning, are we looking at more of the sell something, or are we looking at green stuff this morning?
Well, we're still pretty much looking at some green stuff here, which is, again, nice to see after the mixed day yesterday. We've got the Dow up 0.6%. We got the S&P 500 up 0.7, and we got the NASDAQ up 0.75%. So everything's looking pretty good on that front. And even the commodity side are participating today, Dave. We got silver up 2.5%, gold up 1.5%, and crude oil up 0.9 to $47.43 a barrel. I think that's a little less than what it was yesterday when you and I talked.
Yeah, but hey, $3 more and we can start complaining about it being too high then, right?
That's right. Absolutely. Then we'll get to switch tones.
I need something new to complain about. Asian rim markets were predominantly off at the close early this morning, kind of following our lead from yesterday. Europe's mixed, no trend there, just one side or the other of the zero mark in both Great Britain and Germany. It's one of those times where things can be treacherous, and we've been mentioning that there could be some wild swings on the indexes and in the bond rates over the next few weeks as mutual funds rebalance. That could give you a wild ride in your retirement account unless you're expecting it and you're prepared for it. How do I find you to get prepared, Phillip?
David, give us a call at 863-382-0037. Then get to my website at statlerfinancial.com. There's actually a link there to my calendar where they can schedule an appointment for their financial x-ray. And then join us this weekend for the Statler Financial Radio Show, 6 a.m. and noon on Saturday, 10 a.m. Sunday morning on Highlands News Talk 730.
I think there's a basketball game on Saturday. I suspect we're going to miss the noon one on Saturday, but definitely 6 o'clock on Saturday and 10 o'clock Sunday morning, all right?
All right, man. They can always catch our website on Monday for the replay.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, my friend, and I will see you tomorrow, all right?
All right, man. Have a great day.
Do appreciate it. It's 105.7 Light FM and Statler Financial Services, Phillip Statler.
Hey, folks, I want to thank you for joining us today as I prepare for more classes today, tomorrow, actually all the way through Friday. But I will be with you every morning. I hope you'll join us with Dave Onstead on Light 105.7. Hey, have a great day. I look forward to speaking to you again tomorrow.